Yeah, begin, sir.
Yes, ma'am, you can proceed.
Okay. A very good morning, all of you. Today, I'm grateful and thankful, all of you, to be here and part of this international conference. I, Dr. Priyanka Rathi, is welcoming with heartfulness, and on behalf of DAVV, I welcome every single participant, guest, and chief guest, and RFI members, committee members. With this welcome, I now want to have a Saraswati Vandana played by RFI India honor, in honor of Ma Saraswati. By this enlightenment, this light voice is due to I request everyone kindly mute yourself, by which I can proceed further. Thank you so much. Symbolize
Yeah,
victory
Dr.
over
Gimre, sorry to interruption. Dr. Gimre, please mute yourself. Dr. Gimre from Nepal, please mute yourself.
The aim of education is the knowledge not only about the facts but also about values. With this, I would like to introduce about Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya to all of you. Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, commonly called as DAVV, a formerly University of Indore, which is a prime university in central India, has completed its 50th 8 years of establishment. Educational commitments and services are always provided by DAVV. It is the first state university of Madhya Pradesh which has been accredited with A plus grade by NAC. It is established in 1964. When we talk about our university, DAVV is the only affiliated state university whose jurisdiction includes several tribal dominant districts of Indore division, and it serves nearly 3 lakh students every year through its well qualified human resources with diversify courses, structures, interdisciplinary researchers, and value based education. The motto came out from Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Moreover, it is amongst the few universities in the country which introduce innovation and integrated courses in the area of science and engineering, technology, management, and others. With this, I would like to I would like to welcome our guest and would like to tell about RFI.
मेरी मैम भी यही करते सारा
Ma'am, I request everyone to kindly keep their mic muted, by which the program can be proceeded further. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Now I will forward with RFI India the introduction, and you are today. First of all, I would like to tell about the conference. We are jointly here with our full mind and heart to be in the conference and part of it, to give a valued knowledge to each other. This international conference on feminism narrative on needs with multidisciplinary concepts, jointly organized by School of Journalism and Mass Communication DAVV, RFI Research Foundation of India, sponsored by HERF World Virtual Conference Forum, WFST, ARGA International Research Guided Federation, EDU Academia, INC. About the conference, feminism is always talked, but the value and knowledge give it power. With this motto, we are here, and I would like to now welcome Dr. Sonali. Due to certain reasons, she might be join us later. Now I welcome Dr. Saurabh to have few words on this international conference regarding the topic and RFI. Thank you so much, sir. I just hand over the mic to you.
Thank you, Dr. Priyanka. First of all, I would like to welcome all the dignitaries for make a success that conference based on feminism, narrative, or need with multidisciplinary concepts. That's organized by School of Journalism and Mass Communication, DAVV Indore, Research Foundation of India, and RFI-CARE. For the supporting members, I would like to welcome JHERF Indore, World Virtual Conference Forum, Academic Research Guide Association, International Research Guide Association, Edu Academic INC, World Federation of Science and Technology California. I would like to say thanks and welcome Director Humble Hub Solutions Private Limited, Canada chapter, Director Toddler Town Kindergarten School, Madhya Pradesh. For behalf of Research Foundation of India, I would like to welcome our special guest, Dr. Rajesh Vyasji, Principal, Christian Eminent College, Indore. Today, international guest, Dr. Rudh P.D. Ghimre, Chairperson, School of Economics Policy Studies, Nepal. Professor Narina Ringo, Assistant Professor, Northeastern Federal University, Acoustic, Russia. I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Sukumar Gupta, Chief Managing Director, Research Foundation of India. Professor Dr. Priyadashini Agnihotri, North Board President and Convener of the Conference, Research Foundation of India. Also, I would like to welcome National Coordinator Dr. Ajay Jain, Department of Research and Development, RFI-CARE, and National Coordinator Research Foundation of India. A special thanks to Dr. Sonali Nargunde, Head School of Journalism and Mass Communication, DAVV, Indore. As we know very well, pandemic period we have at present time we are surviving over there. So due to of that COVID-19, again that conference it is going to be offline mode at DAVV Indore, but due to of some reason we have converted that conference from offline to online mode. Actually, number of participants were joined over there, but participant could not able to join at DAVV at offline mode. So we have transferred that offline conference in online mode. So I would like to say thanks all the participants and dignitaries to make that conference success. As we know very well, feminism narratives, that is the main concept of our women leadership. So for that conference organized by media and journalism, so again, at last, I would like to say thanks to organizing committee, School of Journalism, Mass and Communication, DVV Indore, Research Foundation of India, Central India Board Committee, Chairman, President, Central India Board, Dr. Manish Dubey, National Coordinator, Dr. Ajay Jain, CMD, Dr. Sukumar Gupta. So thank you very much to make that conference success. Over to you, Dr. Priyanka, please. Thank you. Yeah, Dr. Priyanka, please.
Thank you so much, sir. Knowledge has an beginning but not an end. Thank you, sir, for your kind words. The same motto is taken by Research Foundation of India, which is strictly working in social upliftment of higher education and quality education to India and give a quality research. It always organizes events internationally and nationally, online, offline. They have given n number of researches to India and give proven their words, which is research. With these words, now I would like to call Professor Ashok for put some few enlightening words to us. Ashok sir, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words. Your words are like the diamond and gems in this international conference. We are highly honored that today we are having our international guest with us, Dr. Rudra Prasad. I would like to have a brief introduction of Sir. Dr. Rudra Prasad Gamer is principal and chief at DAV Business School. He has done his PhD, MPhil, MA in the field of economics with Kathmandu, Nepal. He has done many researches. He is a research cell member and secretary, Faculty of
Yeah,
Economics.
ma'am, Priyanka, ma'am. Actually, our advisory board member and principal Christian Eminent at College Indore, Dr. Rajesh Vyasji, with us. So actually, he with some dignitaries at Indore. So please welcome to Dr. Rajesh Vyasji first.
Definitely, sir. Thank you so
Sorry to
much.
interrupt, Dr. Rudrit. Please, sorry.
Thank you so much, sir, to letting me know. I would like to welcome Dr. Rajesh Vyas, sir, and other dignitaries to the dais of this online platform.
थैंक यू प्रियंका मैडम। सभी को आज की बहुत बहुत गुड मॉर्निंग। और सौरभ जी का रिक्वेस्ट था कि नहीं सर आप 2 मिनट के लिए आए। एक्चुअल में एक कार्यक्रम में हम लोग खुद लगे हुए हैं, उसी के बीच में से निकल के मैं बात कर रहा हूँ। और सभी को नववर्ष की शुभकामनाएं, मकर संक्रांति की शुभकामनाएं, लोहड़ी पर्व आज है उसकी शुभकामनाएं। आरएफआई का जहाँ तक इंटरनेशनल और नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का सवाल है, इन्होंने देश के और अंतरराष्ट्रीय स्तर के रिसर्चर्स को एक सूत्र में पिरोया है। ये एक बहुत बड़ी क्रेडिट की बात है। इसके लिए मैं आप सभी को बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ। आरएफआई के सारे पदाधिकारियों को बहुत बहुत बधाई। आपकी अभी भी लगातार कॉन्फ्रेंसेस है। मैं मेरी जहां भी जरूरत पड़ेगी मैं आपके साथ रहूंगा। इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए भी आपको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir, for give your presence just for 2 minutes, but valued. We all are so grateful with your good words and enlightenment and motivation for this conference.
थैंक यू मैडम, थैंक यू।
Now, proceeding further with this program, I would like to announce the award ceremony. The award is just not a medal or a piece. Award is a representation of life, the work, the hardship which is dedicated to the certain work and certain direction. For award list, I would like to show the PPT and these awards are given. First award is for Dr. Anit. First award is to Dr. Anita Malvia for excellence in the field of commerce. Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
The second award is for Dr. Rajat Prem Anand Sharma. His excellence in the field of sustainable.
Yeah.
His excellence in the field of sustainable development and goals. The next award is for Humble Hub Solution Private Limited for the best entrepreneurship in 2022. Thank you. The next award is for Toddler Town Kindergarten Excellence and Dedication in School Professional Development Award 2022. Thank you so much.
If any awardee want to be share their views about the conference and about their appreciation, so they welcome for the investor conference. Please, thank you.
Thank you so much, Saurabh sir. If any awardee would like to give some valuable words, we will be privileged. Thank you so much. Now, I again welcome Dr. Rudra Prasad Geme and would like to have his enlightenment knowledge to enlighten us all. Thank you so much, sir. The dice is all yours.
Hello. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Priyanka, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank you all, and I express my grateful to chief patrons of this conference, vice chancellors of DAVV Ahilya University, chairman RFI, Dr. Saurabh Jain, Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, Dr. Ajay Jain, and all the dignitaries for inviting me at this international conference on feminism, narrative or need with multidisciplinary concept. And I also extend my best wishes to all scientists who are participated at this conference. And I also extend my well wish to all participants. We all are learners and researchers as well. So we want to have decent knowledge in our daily life as its nature is must be pragmatic. So the importance of feminism and also since with two dimensions here, narrative or need. When we see the topic, there is no any controversial. The both dimensions are the features of woman and feminism. I try to explain or enlighten the today's topic and its rationality. Here is maybe healthy discussion among us, or sometimes we might have logic in against and for to the topic of narrative or need. Anyway, I would like to share my perceptions as well as opinion and also highlight some of the nexus there in the empowerment of women from God's time to this time. In this motherland, the patriarchal society has a majority in ruling women everywhere in family, everywhere in the society, everywhere in all countries. We all know that women are empowered, women are getting rights, women are not deprived. But in the light of the lamp, we see everywhere the light, everywhere is spreading light. But in a bottom side, when we see there is a dark, that darkness women are realizing these days, and it's not may not be the beauty that we male are speaking in this case, though we must raise because we are the family members in the world. And from the time of the ancient, women's families and their dignities relates with religions and idol of the religions. In different religions, there was existence of woman with different roles. These days, we see in different images. What I am here highlighting is that especially in Hindu religion, other religions also taking consideration the image of women, the role of women, the empowerment of women, education to women, everything. These days in Hindu, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga, Kali, Annapurna, everything we suppose they were essential at that time. And narratively, these days, what we say that we need women's empowerment. Yes, of course, we respect those days with the goddess. But these days, we have been felt that they are deprived in the society. So these days, we also feeling regret because of women's situation in our household, in our society, and in our country. These days, the practice of education, providing knowledge, providing skills, and providing joy as well as socio-economic status. These are considered as an important element to the woman, whether they are rich or the poor. Yes, they are educated, we know all. Well, they are support rich, but there is a situations when we know, then we can find that there is a large numbers of cases, very negative cases, and this creation of wars or situations, or we say sometimes that very importantly, it's nature, and naturally they are not coming forward. They are loved, but deprived. What kind of relations, what kind of opportunities, what kind of forward looking observations we have. Modernly, we are limiting them in a family with certain roles. So these days, narratively, we have to give education to the girl child. Girl child They are burning. Their numbers are growing day by day. And there is a challenge to acknowledge their issues around them and have to provide skills so that they can be independent. The most key important aspect is sorry, girls' education. Girls are exploited, they are oppressed, they are regarded as inferior members in house and male-dominated members in a household. Everything she has a role in a kitchen. She has to manage all kitchen science in, say, in the kitchen. She has to know food science. She has to know quality science, food quality science. Even she should know all tests in a family members who taste what, who wants what, and who gets maximum satisfaction having nutritious food. This type of role is there with a girl or with women. But this type of importance we are telling for others and making staff and providing certain facilities even though we are not having satisfaction. So in a house, the girls must be considered in a one hand secured as well, and they must be trained in all aspects. For example, they must be the leader. They must be the rulers, and they should represent the rights of others, the opportunities providers, and they should be practitioners in everywhere that they can accept their all roles and responsibilities with certain circumstances. So these days we are not loving them. We are abusing and we are making worse decision towards them. They naturally are mother. I am actually telling that their roles because here participants we all are knowledge seekers and also the rational persons to understand woman's lifestyle as well as woman's career and women's contributions in the society. We want to see their effective and efficient capacity in their workstations. Need not to say too much about the woman's narrative. We all know here that girls or women should be well educated. They should be well or self-respecting and strongly grounded mothers so that they equally feed to the next generation. Mother mentally, psychologically, we say motherhood. They have different or say distinct emotions and they have a responsibility. At this uh, outline, women should not be exploited. Women should have rights for education, empowerment, as well as free from male dominance. They have an equal role in the society as compared to men. The need to freedom in the society. They should be treated with a certain choice and opportunity. And politically, they must come in a power. Right? When we say from the point of view of the human rights, they should be comfortable. They should not have any pressure and should not have any sort of say dominance. We all want to increase their capacity from or say providing opportunities in financial sector or in providing say opportunity to be participated in everywhere to take a leadership. That gives immense pleasure to the society with the positive effects to the domain of women's empowerment. Having said that, they have a gender-based culture. Similarly, they feel empowered whether or not, but they are influenced by the life and the system. So we need orthodox ideology as well as the practical for a woman. They must be involved in the right place for the right decisions. Here we see that vulnerability everywhere, physically, mentally, psychologically. Against of that, we should have to create the dignity and respect to the woman. So narratively, I said these things. This means that they must be created these days as a key, say, social mobilizer, or say that the household mobilizer, or they can be the mobilizers of a nation. For example, we see there are many women leading in a society, leading in a country. So we are realizing the needs of women. Accordingly, we are providing rights, we are providing opportunities, we are providing skills, knowledge, education, and strengthening the holistic empowerment with their participations. The social inclusion is there for women. Here, women from different indigenous groups are suffering from remoteness as well as the government roles or government administration. They are back with role of their own as well as the role of the government. Whatever we realize the need, there is a lack of, still there is a lack of opportunities to be empowered, to be educated, to be skilled, to be trained, to be aware. So in this 21st century, we are realizing women are efficient to work in a family as well as in a society and in whole country. So women must be given to the significant emphasis in providing legal rights, and women should be believed that they are equal, they are safe, they are free from any sort of, uh, you know, others, we say that problems or any issues that are coming in household, are coming in a society or in a country. They are need for economic opportunities. They are need for good, say, empowerment, and they are need these days for a healthy child. They are need for safe motherhood. They are need for providing best food to the child as well as all family members. That's why they must be independent. They should have a successful career. Whereas women, they want to fulfill their personal needs as well as they can sacrifice their personal life in most of the cases that I have already told repeatedly. From childhood to any cases, the woman, sorry, the woman's role should not be worsened, should not be dominated, and should not be exploited. We know that women's roles in nuclear families or joint families or families, say in a nation or the global, wherever, this, this should be provided right, right decisions, right policies, judiciary, as well as laws. And in each case, what I emphasis against that, I already told that the women are the source of welfare. They are the source of support. They are the source of safeguard. That's why they should be endowed with certain ideas and certain, we say that the education. They need wisdom and knowledge in the society so that they can build up their household independent, their society independent, and their country independent. We know sometimes in working, in execution, they are not acting. But this modern days calling us that we all should facilitate them everywhere, then they can do well. Then they can be awarded. Then they can be motivated. And finally, they can be a person who always look the society more developmental and more welfare oriented from the point of view of socio-economic opportunity. So, with this remark, I would like to conclude my speech with this rightful role of women in the society, telling these things. And I also would like to hear the other remarks and the findings that unite us to be a part of a woman's uh, woman's say role, and let us be unite for empowerment. Let us make beginning immediately and the national policies or society policies or household policies. Every policy should know them to be empowered women and as a role player. Thank you so much. Uh, Thanks to all dignitaries, national, international, scientists, speakers, and participants. Thank you so much. Have a good time.
Thank you so much, sir. We really get this kind of opportunity to listen this type of great words from a professor like you. I heartily thankful to you for these great words. Now, I would like to
Thank
well,
you. Thank you so much.
I would like to welcome Dr. Ajay Jain sir, National Coordinator RFI, President of Department of Research and Development RFI-CARE, for giving vote of thanks. I would like to invite Dr. Ajay Jain sir, National Coordinator RFI, President, Department of Research and Development RFI-CARE, for vote of thanks and some enlightenment words. Till the time Ajay sir is coming, I would like to give vote of thanks to our three pattern, Dr. Renu Jain, Vice Chancellor, Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Dr. Saurabh Jain sir, Chairman and CEO, Research Foundation of India, Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar Gupta, Chief Managing Director, Research Foundation of India, Chief Finance Officer, RFI CARE, Dr. Ashutosh Mishra, former Vice Chancellor, Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar Sharma, Professor and Head, Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Dr. Anil Sharma, Registrar, Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Dr. Reshu, President RFI, Director IFI CARE, Dr. Ajay Jain, uh, Dr. Manish Dubey, President, Central Indian Board, Research Foundation of India, Dr. Sanjay Prasad, State President, Madhya Pradesh RFI, our international guest, Dr. Rudra Gime, Chief Person, School of Economics Policy Studies, Nepal, Professor Narina, Assistant Professor, Northeastern Federal University, Russia, Dr. Khamusto, Global Recognized Humanitarian Psychotherapist, Philanthropist, and Women Entrepreneur, South Africa, National Guest, Dr. Meera Asmi, Managing Consultant, Government of Kerala, State President, Kerala, Dr. Dipti Maheshwari, Dean Faculty of Commerce, Bhopal, Dr. Sudhakar Umle, former Head Mechanical Engineer Department of Sardar Patel College of Engineering, Dr. Sonali, Head of School of Journalism and Mass Communication, DAVV, Dr. Priyadarshini Agnihotri, President, North South Board, RFI, President, Research Wing Hindi, RFI CARE. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Ajay Jain sir again for vote of thanks. Thank you, sir. Uh, Technical session is starting. You will be given 3 minutes to narrate your paper. Kindly be there and please take care of time. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Sania for the paper titled Construction of Feminism in the Film of Meghna Gulzar. Sania ma'am, are you available? Proceeding further with the next paper, Dr. Nima John, a topic, a critical analysis to study female gaze in Meghna Gulzar's and Talwar and Razi. Dr. Nima, are you available here?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I think so. There's a small confusion. This is Tapasya, the co-author. And am
Okay,
I audible, ma'am?
yeah, you are audible.
Yeah.
Are you co-author with this paper?
Yes, ma'am. There is a small confusion. The paper's name is A Critical Analysis of Meghna Gulzar's Razi and Talwar, intricately depicting women. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the correction. I would like you to present and start the technical
Uh,
session.
okay, ma'am. Now I think so. The updation is not been done. I had actually withdrawn my paper, but still I would give you a small description of what is my research. Actually, I had withdrawn this paper due to some technical issues, publication issues. As okay, fine. So I'll give a small description of. Pardon. Okay, thank you so much, sir. Then.
Now I would proceed further with Kritika Das, paper name The Need of Feminist Narrative with reference to Suniti Nam Joshi's Feminist Fables.
Good morning, ma'am. Am I
This is
audible, ma'am? Yes.
yes.
Good morning to this very August gathering. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I would like to present my screen and then I will just like to narrate whatever my research is upon. So just give me 1 minute. I'm trying to present my screen. I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for the confirmation. The title of my paper goes like The Need of Feminist Narrative with reference to Suniti Namjosi's Feminist Fables. Myself, Kritika Dash, I am serving presently at Swami Vivekananda Institute of Modern Science, Kolkata, West Bengal. I'm also I'm also a research scholar, and I'm associated with Techno India University, Kolkata, West Bengal. Moving forward with my presentation, I would like to give one brief introduction about the research that I am talking about. Now, the topic of today, feminist narratives, is it a necessary or a need? Now, I would like to state one thing first, that the act of feminist revisionist myth-making as a conscious practice started around in the 1970s as the fallout of second wave of feminist theory. It is a social, political, and literary act to critique and transform the dominant discourses of gender sustained in myths. In many instances of traditional mythology with stories of conquering heroes, the feminine has been traditionally marginalized in representation. So, in my today's work, I will like to concentrate. I'm sorry. Yes. So, in my today's work, the feminist approach to myths differs from the rest of the archetypal task of feminists, which focuses on investigating the gender biases imposed by mythographers, as well as how legendary symbols and paradigms create a phallocentric reality. Suniti Namjoshi addresses the fundamental concern of feminist writers with the reworking of fairy tales, classical tales, and popular fables. Now, before moving forward with the research, I would like to state the problem statement that I feel I need to address from the very beginning of the literary era. Whenever from the very beginning of the literature, actually, we can see there is a second phase or there is a second seat for the woman, and they are always regarded as the second sex. And whomsoever is holding the pen, which is related or which can be representative of the penis and which is actually working as a penis envy theory, is actually dominating the second sex or the woman class. Here is the review of literature so far I have done. There are many scholars who have actually already working on and already done their work on Suniti Namjoshi's feminist fables. And after doing the vigorous reading of this literature, after having the literature review, my paper is have certain objectives, and this study particularly goes at to learn more about the position of women in mythologies and in literature, to understand how women can be empowered, and lastly, to learn how to change the perspective of society towards femininity. Here is my research methodology. As you can see, I have done research on a in the nature of qualitative method with using qualitative research methodology. I have studied various articles, numerous journals, books, and gathered the data to move forward. I would like to discuss feminist revisionism. Alicia Ostriker, one of the most important feminist revisionists, she actually talked about to alter the position of hero, and she is giving all the attributions of heroic qualities to the heroines. The heroines are so far having fair skins, the softness, delicacies, but from this books like Feminist Fable, Suniti Namjoshi is giving all the heroism, all the masculine powers, all the joyful activities, all the valorous acts to the woman who can live on their own without depending on the male protagonists or without having the help from the male society. Next, I would like to again discuss the penis envy theory that I already stated in my problem statement. Whomsoever is holding the pen is giving the authority. So the male literature creators or the male writers are giving all the goodness, all the attributes, all the masculine power in the myths to the male figures of that particular myth. Whereas in this revisionism text in the Suniti Namjoshi's feminist fable, we can see that all the powers are again centered for the woman. They are marginalized, and Suniti Namjoshi is striving to give the central to the woman. Feminism and the contemporary society, I would like to say that femininity, the feminine qualities are actually attributed to the female body. They are learned, they are actually treated to work in certain way, to act in certain way, to react, to do a work in a certain way. So all the feminine attributions, all the feminine qualities are basically attributed by the society, and we are still following the societal norms, and we are trying to hold the center as a female figure till to that. Thank you. That's that about my presentation. And here, I'm sorry, here you can see the references. I'm sorry, it's just jumbled. Yeah, here as you can see the references of my work, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to discuss my thoughts about feminist narratives and needs. Now I would like to welcome the questions. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Is there any question regarding the paper? Thank you so much, Kartika Das ma'am. You
Ma'am,
have,
this is Kritika. Sorry, but
sorry, Kritika
Kritika
Das
Das.
ma'am.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, your words, your description regarding the feminism enlighten our knowledge and give us an opportunity to proceed further. Yeah, Rudra sir, you want to say something?
All right. I want to ask one questions to the presenters.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
I found your uh, research very profound, I mean,
Thank you, sir.
and insightful as well. Can I ask one questions to your presentation?
Yes, sir. I would please to discuss with you.
All
Yes.
right, all right. What methodology did you use in your research?
Sir, actually, as I already mentioned, it is a qualitative research methodology that I have applied. I have gone through various texts, like my primary source is Shuniti Namjoshi's Feminist Fable. It's a book. And after going through that particular, my primary resource, I have gone through many secondary resources, articles, journals that were available, widely available at Google. So I had gone through the previous research works and did my literature review done, and then I came up with my idea and my objectives of the paper, sir.
All right, all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for this profound research
Thank
and
you, ma'am.
providing us the knowledge regarding this. Now, I would like to call Dr. Jyoti Bhoj for her paper. Jyoti, ma'am, are you available? Okay. Proceeding further with Dr. Anamika Gautam. And co-author, if any of them available. Okay. Proceeding further with Manisha ma'am and Dr. Anurag Agarwal with their paper. Proceeding further, uh, proceeding further with Dr. Anupama Sinha. Dr. Anupama Sinha, are you available? Proceeding further with with Dr. Vinita Singh and Afroz Iqbal.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I will share my screen.
Yeah, please.
Uh, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Your screen is visible.
Okay. A very good afternoon to all of you. I'm Afroz Iqbal. I'm a research scholar doing my PhD from Barkatullah University under the guidance of Dr. Vinita Singh Chaudhary. The topic for my today's presentation is Intersectional Feminist Narrative in Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's Purple Hibiscus. So, before going for the formal introduction, I would like to first introduce the important keywords. So, what is intersectionality? I'll explain. Intersectionality was a term coined by a legal expert, Professor Kimberly Crenshaw, who calls it as a prism, as a lens, as a metaphor to look uh, how inequalities, how disadvantages compound in the lives of African women, making them more prone to oppressions. So the oppression which they face is not just the addition of same kind, but it is rather qualitatively different. Now we come to intersectional feminism. Intersectional feminism is an offshoot of black feminism. Black feminism that came into prominence to overcome the shortcomings of mainstream feminist movement that focused more on the white women. So intersectional feminism actually focuses on the difficulties of those women who experience overlapping forms of oppression such as racism, sexism, and colonial forces. Sorry, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible. Please proceed.
Okay, so the aim of my study is to study the narrative of purple hibiscus from an intersectional feminist narrative perspective, uh, taking into account various forms of overlapping social oppressions such as racism, classism, sexism that affects the life of its female characters. And the methodology adopted over here is close reading of the primary text and the secondary text. Coming to the introduction, so Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie is a Nigerian author who was born in 1977, and Purple Hibiscus is her debutant novel, which was published in 2003. Uh, Purple Hibiscus is set in the backdrop of post-independence Nigeria. Nigeria achieved its independence in 1960, and it formed its first republic in 1963, which was followed by a military coup in 1966. Then from 1967 to 70 was a period of civil war. So there is this backdrop of military and republic conflict. The novel is actually cast in 1980s, where there is an intermittent military rule. Sometimes there is a republic government, sometimes there is a military rule, and the social and religious background is that the society is basically patriarchal in nature. And since most of the schools were opened by Christian missionaries, so the people enrolled in over there were educated as English speakers, and at the same times they practiced Christianity. Coming to the main characters, we have Kambali. She is the central character, and she's also the speaker of the. She's also the main speaker. It is through her that we come to know of the narration. Most of the narration is basically done in first person through the voice of Kambali. She is very silent and withdrawn, which is because she's abused by her father, physically, mentally, emotionally. Her father is Eugene Achike. And now Eugene is a wealthy businessman, and he owns a newspaper called Standard, which is the only newspaper in the state that has the audacity to fight against the uh, corruption of the state. But her ways are very contradictory. Outside the house, he is very benevolent, doing charities of all kinds, fighting corruption. But inside his own home, he is abusive towards her, towards his wife, and towards his daughter and his son. His son is Jaja. And then we have the character of Ifioma. Ifioma is the embodiment of feminist ideas in the novel. She's also the mouthpiece of Adichie. Then we have the character of Papa Nunukwu. He is what Eugene calls him, a pagan, because he practices his Igbo religion. And Eugene, being a fundamentalist, he disapproves of Papa Nunukwu's religion, and he stops his family members from maintaining any contact with him, and he personally also disowns his father. Now, coming to the next slide, I will like to talk about how. Am I audible?
Ma'am, you are audible, but I just request you to please keep watch of time.
Okay. I will quickly go through the next 3-4 slides. Now, I will talk how the feminist narrative captures the Kambli's victimization when multiple forms of oppression overlap. Now, Kambli is a 15 years old girl. She's her age is such that she is not economically independent. She cannot move out of the house, so she becomes a silent victim of the domestic abuse of her father, who mentally harasses her, physically harasses her by giving her very violent forms of punishments. Her sexuality is also suppressed by her father, who has made a special kind of custom made religion for her, in which she is not supposed to speak to her friends, not supposed to form any kinds of friendship. All the time, whatever time she is left out of studies, she has to devote that time for reading Bible and reading rosaries. So uh, her father also brainwashes her in terms of religion. She's supposed to look down at anybody who is not from her religion, who does not confide into her form of religion. So, what is the effect of such overlapping forms of discrimination on her? The novel, the narration tells us that how Kambli loses control over her bladder. She has fits of anxiety and uh, fear. She collapses. She becomes unconscious, and many more. Coming to the next slide. Intersectional feminist narrative employed by Adichie in describing the plight of Beatrice. Beatrice is Eugene's wife, and I already told you that she is very submissive and she is also uh, harassed and oppressed by her husband. But the study explores two main factors that contribute to the oppression and abuse of Beatrice. Number one is culture. The culture of Nigeria and the post-independence era was uh, patriarchal. So the the women in the society were considered as a property of the husband and uh, the father, and the main aim of the women was to give birth to children, and to speak more specifically, to give birth to more and more sons. So Beatrice is just able to produce one single hair for Eugene. So she is constantly criticized by her the relatives of Eugene for not being able to produce more and more children. On the other hand, religion also oppresses her, because Father Benedict is aware of the plights of Eugene, but he is counseling Eugene in each and every matter, but does not tells him to stop abusing his wife. Then what are the effects of these compounded oppression, these cultural and religious forces working together on Beatrice? She suffers from multiple miscarriages. She develops a sense of low self-esteem. She is not able to protect her children. She's not able to give them a healthy environment to grow up. In the next slide, Ephioma is an embodiment of feminist ideas. Contrary to the character of Beatrice, uh, Adichie presents to us the character of Ephioma. The narrative points out her social and economic difficulties also, but for instance, she is not able to obtain her US visa easily because she is a black, because she is a woman. At the same time, she does not have enough economic or financial backing also. So many difficulties are compounded and marginalize her in a very peculiar manner. Ephioma acts as a mouthpiece for Adichie to propagate her feminist ideas, because she remains strong and resilient even in times of difficulties, and she even helps her nephew and niece Jaja and Complete to find their voice and to become independent. Through this novel, we come to we realize that there underruns a theme of women empowerment in the Purple Hibiscus. So, first of all, intersectionality. Why intersectionality in this novel? Because intersectionality helps us to identify a problem, and it is only when we identify a problem we can render a solution to it. So with the lens of intersectionality, Adichie presents to us the unique problems, the compounded problems of these Nigerian women, and then she gives us the solution. The solutions are in the form various solutions she gives, but I have included the two major ones. Number one is education. Through education, she says that women can become liberal. They can face the miseries. They can uplift themselves. And the second solution that she gives is through the narrative, she pinpoints to us that through unity and solidarity among the women, she gives us the example of friendship between Sissy and Beatrice, and the friendship between Ephioma and Beatrice, and how these women help each other to come out of their difficult times. Coming to the end of the presentation, I would like to say that there is certainly an ample amount of feminist storytelling in Purple Hibiscus, and the texts do consider intersectionality, and it highlights how the social constructs are interconnected. And there is an overlapping form of oppression in the lives of Black women which needs to be addressed. The text also acknowledges that there exists diversity and experience of each woman. It means that the oppression is not just compounded, or the oppression is not just double or triple, but rather it is qualitatively different for each and every woman. To end my presentation, I would like to say that I would like to quote Simone de Beauvoir, that one is not born but rather becomes a woman. That she elaborates further that gender is a social construct, and uh, so she is and Adichie text is also informed by this idea, as she is against gender stereotyping. Thank you. That's all for my presentation. Thank you everybody for patiently listening.
Any call for questions?
Ma'am, Tapasya here.
Please, you may proceed.
Miss Afroz, the presentation was very beautiful. I just want to know, by studying the entire novel of yours, what are you trying to prove? What are your basic research questions? What are you trying to prove? Or what is the study all about?
Ma'am, the study is all about that Adichie has utilized the lens of intersectionality to analyze the unique problems of Nigerian women in post-independence era. And she has also suggested at the same times some remedial measures to overcome those difficulties.
So, in short, it is a critical analysis of that book, right, ma'am? Or a
Yes.
comparative analysis?
No, ma'am, it's a critical analysis.
And while doing critical analysis, whom are your, what are you trying, who will be your samples, or like the feminists or the women, or whom?
I have analyzed the characters, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Critically analyzing only the characters. That's it, right, ma'am?
And the narrative.
And the narratives. Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. It was a
Thank
great
you.
presentation, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
I would like to ask you for screen sharing stopping.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Afroz ma'am, for the enlightenment of whatever character you have narrated and whatever discussion and descriptions you have given. Now, for the next paper, I would like to invite Dr. Timsi Mehta and Sonika Chaudhary. For the next paper, Dr. Amrita Singh Madhar. Uh, I would like to request if any amongst the current members here online having any paper or discussion can proceed. If anyone amongst you all, I would like to address Dr. Prakashni Tiwari ma'am. Welcome ma'am. Dr. Dipti Maheshwari ma'am. Welcome ma'am for this conference. I would request Shushma Thakur, Sujit Kumar Sahu, Shresht Chhabra, Dr. Parul Sharda, and I think so Sonika Chaudhary has joined. Uh, Sonika ma'am, you are invited for your paper in technical session. If you are ready, let me know.
Hello.
Ma'am, are you ready with Dr. Parul Shada, ma'am? I welcome here. I welcome you
Hello.
here in this online session. Sonika Chaudhary, ma'am, are you available with your paper in for this technical session?
Yes, ma'am.
So can we proceed further with you?
मैम नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम है मेरा 4-5 बार यहाँ पे ज्वाइन नहीं हुआ पहले भी मैंने कर रखा था एकदम से फिर वो हो गया
Uh, okay. Can you please mute yourself, Sonika, ma'am? So, proceeding further, I again thank everyone here on behalf of RFI. I especially give my vote of thanks to Dr. Ajay Jain sir, Dr. Prakashni Tiwari ma'am, Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am, Dr. Dipti Maheshwari ma'am, and all other members. Proceeding further with this, I again give my vote of thanks to Dr. Saurabh Jain sir, Dr. Rudra sir, Dr. Anil Sharma sir, Dr. Ajay Jain sir, Dr. Manish Dubey sir, Dr. Sanjay Prasad sir, Dr. Priyadarshini ma'am, Dr. Sonali Nargunde ma'am, Dr. Sudhakar Umer sir, Dr. Dipti Maheshwari, sorry I repeated your name again, Dr. Meera Asmi ma'am. I welcome and thank you all for this session. And if any among Dr. Prakashni ma'am, Dr. Parul ma'am, and Dr. Dipti ma'am, you would like to put your words for this particular conference and topic, we will be grateful. So, should I ask one by one? Okay, so I would like to invite Dr. Parul Sharda ma'am for enlightening her words over the topic. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Priyanka. I was about to unmute when you invited. Uh, I was listening to the topics that were the topics were very contemporary, and even the theme is very contemporary and relevant to the current scenario which is going on. And all the presentations were also good. And one is of women's, one is related to some technical part. So overall, I can say that the conference has proved fruitful to all the participants and to all the organizers as well. And I would like to extend a heartfelt thanks from the team of RFI, being MP state convener. I am working as a MP state convener in the team of RFI. So I would like to extend heartfelt thanks and heartfelt congratulations to all the participants and presenters and all the hosts and all the members who are here. Thank you so much, Dr. Priyanka.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your enlightenment words. Now, I would like to call Dr. Prakashni, ma'am, for her point of view on this topic.
सभी को मेरा सादर नमस्कार और थोड़ा सा माफी चाहूंगी कि मैंने लेट ज्वाइन किया क्योंकि कॉलेज टाइमिंग में हम लोगों के पास कोई ना कोई वर्क ऐसा आ ही जाता है जिसके कारण हम लोग प्रॉपरली अटेंशन देना चाहते हैं पर दे नहीं पाते हैं। बाकी जो सेशन प्रेजेंटेशन का था जितना मैंने सुना तो वो काफी अच्छा था और बाकी आप सभी को बहुत बहुत बधाई और शुभकामनाएं और इतना अच्छा सेशन रहा ये जितना मैंने सुना उतना तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। उसके पहले भी वो बहुत ही अच्छा रहा होगा, मैंने मिस किया उसको, इसके लिए मतलब सॉरी। और बाकी सभी का धन्यवाद इतने अच्छे इवेंट को इतने सक्सेसफुली तरीके से करने के लिए। और डॉक्टर प्रियंका मैम को भी थैंक यू, आपने मुझे इनवाइट किया है अपने विचार रखने के लिए। सभी को धन्यवाद और अग्रिम शुभकामनाएं।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मैम, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द वर्ड्स, फॉर बी देयर. Now I would like to ask Dr. Dipti Maheshwari ma'am to give some valuable words to us.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Dr. Priyanka, ma'am, thank you so much. I think I am audible. Uh, First of all, congratulations the entire team and college for the fantastic topic. Because this is now a need, this type of topic in the current scenario. And second thing, actually, same with Dr. Prakashni ma'am already said, and Dr. Parul ma'am gave the some overview on that. But I added one thing. Okay, topic was fantastic and the presentations were very good, and now the need as a researcher this type of topic and the presentation जो कहीं ना कहीं एनलाइट भी करता है हम सबको, और इट्स अ वेरी वंडरफुल थिंग कि अगर इस तरह की RFI नेचुरल RFI कंटिन्यूशन ऑर्गेनाइज दिस टाइप ऑफ कॉन्फ्रेंसेज इन अ डिफरेंट डिफरेंट टॉपिक, जो एक रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स के लिए भी बहुत अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म है, और साथ साथ में कहीं ना कहीं एज अ एकेडमिशियंस हम लोगों के लिए इट्स अ वेरी गुड प्लेटफॉर्म. तो थैंक यू अजय सर, मनीष सर एंड सौरभ सर for inviting and send me this link. So I have joined. So thank you, Dr. Priyanka ma'am, from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Concluding with this, I would again want to narrate my few words and views over this topic. Feminism is not just a word, it is an essence of life, because when there is Shiv, there is Shakti. When there is men, there is women. When there is pro, there is con. Every part, everything of life is concluded with this both aspect only. Not only single can rotate a wheel, two wheels are needed to rotate this world. So do with females and feminism. Feminism is taken aback by this modern generation to have a right of everything. Limitations should be crossed, should be cancelled, but not should be presented as serving everywhere. There is a dignity of feminism. We have done lot of researches on males and other aspects, but we should always know and should know and focus over the dedication and the I would say uh, the balidan will be a good word, the balidan which is given by females to the society everywhere, not in India only, to everywhere in the world, because every female is doing household chores, taking family care, taking care of the children education, and then coming to work. We have to take care because we are the world, we are the mother, and with this note of mother feminism, we are the Shakti. So Shakti is the one who nourishes everyone. We should not take this feminist word otherwise. We should power ourselves, and we should help our female co-workers and females all over the world to grow and proceed further to live their life in a better way. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, everyone who is presented here and given their valued notes. Thank you, presenters who have given such a good presentation, and every single person to whom, sorry, I forgot to narrate and nominate and give name. I again welcome and thank you, everyone. With this note, I would like to end the meeting.